I just kind of print stuff and I don't have to worry about the filament breaking, tangling on the spool, and the quality is super consistent. So if you're looking at getting some Polymaker filament, bang Polymaker in chat. I do have a first-time promo code. Make sure you use it. And let me know what you pick out. I'm always interested to see what people buy. Galaxy Dark Blue is definitely still one of my favorites. This color right here. Oh, I love Galaxy Dark Blue. So, the winner of today's spool giveaway of Polymaker filament is Polymorph. Congratulations. You've won yourself filament. Please send me a message over on Discord if you're here saying that you want a spool of Polymaker filament on 6/13, and I'll get that sent over. So congratulations. Awesome. What are you interested in? Man, Polymaker has so many colors and styles now, and you're just looking at the tip of the iceberg. I know stuff. Oh my god, do I know stuff. That's all I'll say. But Polymaker's been teasing it recently, so I'll tease it too. There's more coming. Yeah, there is more coming. So again, congratulations. Let's see, so for this part right here, Polymaker and Atomic are your go-to filaments. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Atomic. I really have. I've just yet to try them out. Let's start with this big piece here. So this one, it's easy to know what side's the front. There's no bar here. So this one will go on one of the sides here. Probably just like that. Oh, I see what this is for. Okay. So this is the step down gear. So you have your... Wait a minute. How does that work? You have a motor, like this. No. Okay, okay. It's mounted on the inside. And then the 80 tooth goes over here with a little pulley. That's smart. That's smart. It's actually pretty compact. What I print these parts in, this is Polymaker's metallic PLA Pro. This is their metallic red. I call it dark red because it's kind of like a darkish red. It goes really good with this dark blue frame. So yeah, definitely picks them up. It's one of those colors where I was kind of upset at first because this is not metallic red, but it is still a beautiful color regardless of what the name is. You know, I'm still team, the filament should be named what the actual color is, you know? Just little things. But I don't mind. It's all fun, as long as the colors are good. Blood of my enemy. It's kind of like a bloodish red, if this is what blood actually looks like. Hopefully we won't find out today. Oh, and it is midnight. So, it is time to release the Kraken. That's right. We are going to release the Kraken. First thing I'm gonna do, I gotta post my make. I have a beautiful make this week. It's actually this right here. I made this in Capricorn. I said Capricorn. Capricorn, Sparkle Blue, and I think this is Prushiment, and of course it holds a duck. So what you do is you close this up, the shutter, right? You put your duck on there. Ready? Magic. 3, 2, 1. Where'd the duck go? It's gone. It's cute. I'll give it to my kid after. He started to play with it a bit, and it was it's fun. So I need to figure out where my picture went. What did I end up doing? I don't even... Did I make it weird? Whoops, I don't want to upload it. .exe to Thangs. What picture? Oh yeah, here it is. Nice. I love it. Starlight colors, yeah. Polymaker Starlight, I can't say enough good things about Starlight. It is probably one of the... If I had to pick one line of filament to just have forever, it would be that. It is that cool. Should you worry about the sparkle filament with the brass nozzle? You generally shouldn't have to. You generally shouldn't have to. Now, I'd recommend printing it hotter. So whatever you normally print at, I'd print at around like 220C, 225C, maybe even 230 if you're printing really fast. So just consider that. But I need to release the Kraken. The large Screwfinity. Public sharing. I think it's good. Screwfinity unit 2U large. The Gridfinity storage unit. Let's see if this works. Madcat spent 20 days watching and 18 hours. That's a long time. There we go. Here it is. So, this is Screwfinity unit 2U large. So like I said before, there's many sizes of Screwfinity. And this one's just bigger, so it's pretty simple. You can print labels. You can just use a text tool inside the slicer, and then you can either do a top-facing print, like a manual layer swap print, or you can do a flat print, like Screw U. Yep, it's based off of the screw unit. I actually use the same style of locking trays, but I've just made it a little bit different and parametric, so I can make any size. The original screw unit only had a couple sizes because every size you had to manually make, and it's a giant pain. So with this, you know, I can say I want this size by this size by this size, and it spits it out. Sort of. There's still some issues with it, but it mostly works fine. Yeah, Kenrog, that's fine. So here's some of the bins that I was showing off, and the fact that you can kind of just put a bin here. It stacks really nicely. Yeah, just like that. These are the scooped bins. We can put labels in them. You can leave them blank, do whatever you want, print some fun colors, plain colors. I'm really impressed with the makes from the original unit. So there it is. If you're looking for more, type in Screwfinity here, if I can spell it right. And these are all of the designs based off of Screwfinity. If you click Scope Thangs right here, this will just show the stuff on Thangs. So we have the original screw unit, medium. I'm gonna have to make some better pictures for the other sizes. But we have the medium wide edition. That's a fun model that was requested from Hot Makes. The small for little things. Someone's actually already made a scoop version, which is cool, but I kind of remixed it, and I had some champers. Not remixed it. I made my own from scratch. So it's cool seeing unofficial mods. It's very cool. And it gives me inspiration to add to the original model. This is a cool one. This is a fresh brewed design. It's a little insert, very simple. Just an insert tray or thing that you put in, and it allows for better Gridfinity compatibility. Some different variations of the bins. And then now I have my, kinda like it, I have my large bin. I think it's a pretty good picture too. Not bad. And of course, down at the bottom, you have the screw unit, which does have some different features. There's magnets, different styles. They're actually rounded, so if you like to not scratch yourself as much, these ones are good. So yeah, pick out either one of them and go crazy. Your make is up. Awesome. Yeah, people already posted makes for this week's models. Remember, I encourage posting makes onto things. It's a lot of fun because you can inspire other people to print models. This week's was fun. Awesome. Everyone's models are up for the week. Awesome. I'll check those out. But first, let's take a look at this. Ooh. Oh, this one was the LDO kit. Cool. So this is a beta LDO kit. So pretty cool. Hopefully there's going to be a cover for the top here, just to keep, you know, stuff from falling onto the board. But it uses what looks like a Manta, probably an M4P. Actually, this is the Mark I version of the thing. But it has a spool holder. The spool holder actually works pretty good. I've used this on one of my rooks before. Works good. Bowden, rookery, standard kind of gantry for a rook. It's pretty good. M4P, BMG, and then CHC. Nice. And then these are some prints off of it. I mean, look at that. Pete, didn't you print this recently? Looks familiar. Special anti-drop Z motor. Yeah, that's fun. I like that idea. I'll have to try one out one of these days. Printed that today. Wow. Yeah, it's super clean. Like, clean. This one right here has a little bit of stringing, but remember, this is Bowden. It's a Bowden printer. And a lot of this right here is cleaned up in like 5 seconds. But the quality is very good. And with some tuning, and of course, you can just lower the layer heights. I think I always forget that you can print at line widths, layer heights lower than 0.2. You can print at 0.1, 0.08, no problem. So if you ever want to get that extra little bit of quality, just drop your layer height to like 0.1 and call it a day. So I think that's all good. There's one other thing I think I'm missing. Am I missing anything? Does anyone think I'm missing something? Nah, I gotta print some more of these things here to put on the Ferris wheel. I'm doing like a little rainbow. That'll be fun. I gotta pick out all the colors for that too. But let's put some feet on. Let's try to get all of the feet on today, using whatever random screws I have over here. I've gone through and I've sorted my socket head M3s, but I have to do the same thing. I mean, obviously use the Screwfinity unit for screws, because that was the original intent. But I gotta go through and sort a lot of screws, because I have a few loose screws and it kind of gets in the way. So Canarog says to get this assembled first, and then everything else will fall into place. Okay. Should I put this piece in first? Or does that not matter? Probably doesn't. But I don't know if this will get in the way at all. Night, Mad Cat. Thanks for stopping by as always. Very appreciated. Bottom goes in later. Alright. It's cool. I like it. I printed the single piece version. I don't know which single piece version, but it's pretty good. 0.04 layers of 0.2 nozzle. looks great in FTM, but times are crazy. Yeah. And you're extruding less at once, so the overall quality is more consistent. That's something that's been brought up a couple times recently. 0.2 nozzles. So I have a 0.2 nozzle for the Mini, and they're not that hard to swap out, but I don't have any tuned profiles yet for a 0.2 nozzle. It's not something that I use a lot, so I'm gonna have to, you know, spend some time dialing in some stuff, printing some figures and stuff that you'd want to print at a 0.2 layer height, or sorry, 0.2 nozzle width. The bottom part would get in the way? Okay. Makes sense. So you could get in the way. Why is this not going in? Okay, there we go. So let's get this kind of lined up. Make these sides flush. There we go. Make sure that it's all kind of in there nice and straight. Mostly for aesthetics, but it'll all line up nice if you get it lined up. Okay. That piece is in. I think I asked, but there's no heat sets on these, right? The only thing I can think of is this looks like a heat set on this piece. Is that part of heat set? That could be done after the fact, though. PSU mount might be a heat set. Yeah, it probably is, now that I'm thinking. Yeah. Unless it mounts with M4. But if it's an M3, it just kind of is loose. So I'll probably have to put some heat sets on there. And is there a guide? It's heat set, okay. Is there a guide for assembling one of these yet? Just asking. Because I know it's super useful when there's a, you know, like a Voron style guide with the heat set locations. Saying stop, make sure to put on all the heat inserts. Okay, so we have this piece right here. We have this piece. This must go in the back because it has the power inlet. Yeah, and it lines up perfectly with this. So the new studio build that I've been talking about for a while now, it's in progress. It's gotten a little bit. That's an M3. Okay, so this one is an M3. The rest of them are M5s, probably because of the inlet. It's coming along pretty well. I am starting to kind of relocate a lot of the stuff in there. That's been kind of the biggest issue, is just relocating a lot of the woodworking supplies, equipment, everything, and figuring out how to organize stuff in there. But it's coming along, and I will soon be running electrical, doing some drywall, and before you know it, we'll be streaming out there. But it'll be a little bit easier to get some better angles on builds like this, because I'll be able to shoot pretty much everywhere. It'll be nice. Oh, I need a probably M3x8. Right here, maybe. Yeah, 8 is perfect. M3x8 with a M3 heat set, or a team hammerhead nut. Do I have any of those around? None of this is organized. If only I had a handy organizer that I could put everything in. That'd be the dream, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? We'll just use a roll-in nut, or roll-in thingy. Ideally, in the future, I'd love to only use roll-in T-nuts. just because they work so much better, so much easier. For most stuff, right? Kind of set it in and then you screw into it. Awesome. Build guide is coming, starting next week on the Rook Mark 1. Nice. Very nice. I'm not doing this build as a build series because I don't know. I just don't really have much time to do it. But I'll definitely show it off after the fact. And maybe I'll have the chance to do another... This is being weird. Another Rook in the future. More Rooks. All the Rooks. It's kind of weird. M3x8 or M5x8? Okay. I should actually have all of those. I mean, I built the previous one had some M5x8s, but I used a different feet system for it. Wow, this nut is in here. Really solid. Very strange. There we go. Had to loosen it up. Oh, also a reminder, merch. The merch store will be closing down temporarily while I reorganize the new merch store. So if you want an extreme discount on merch, now is your chance. Now is your kind of last chance. So I'm not going to do anything before Murph, but the sooner you get your stuff, the sooner that you'll be guaranteed to save some money. Now, of course, the merch is here to support me, but if you've already supported the channel via Patreon, you know, bits, subs, etc., and you just want to pick up a cheap shirt, now is the time to do it. Ah, man. Yeah, this this is not wanting to move. Interesting. These extrusions are a little bit more constrained, or they're a little, not constrained, they're coated, so the tolerances are kind of weird. Merch madness. Yeah, honestly. So I'm fine with them being a little bit kind of off. But for just regular hammerheads, they work fine. So I'm just getting everything lined up right now. So the BOM calls for a 200 watt power supply, but you can easily use, you should be able to use a 300 because they should share the same mounting points. But the 200 is fanless, whereas the 300 has a fan. And it's not like the most quiet fan. Can be kind of obnoxious. Oh, my panel. Yeah, the VHB tape holding on this panel was not great. I don't think I washed the panel enough or something. Or I'm using too small a VHB. I will have to... I'll have to order some like thicker VHB, probably. Okay, the front section, this looks like it just goes on easy. Just line up the hammerheads in place. So I should have this done pretty soon. If all goes well, maybe by early next week. I'm just gonna build this with my, you know, I'll build it tomorrow a bit, get it mostly completed, do as much as I can. But I do have some more parts coming in on Saturday. So Saturday, we're actually doing something special. I believe, I don't know if I'll have a stream on this channel yet. I might. I might also just be hanging out in the Discord. Not sure yet, because we are going to be on Pick Stitch. If I have any mods in chat, can I get a shout out for Pix? Me and Liz, and maybe others, but mostly me and Liz, are going to show Pick Stitch how to use a bamboo 3D printer. And that'll be a lot of fun because I love mine and I love sharing kind of the the bamboo goodness with the world. Feels weird to say, but I really like my bamboos. What can I say? Did the LDO Mark 1 in 12 hours. Nice. Yeah, 12 hours, I mean, like a weekend. It's an easy kind of just chill weekend build. I built the original Rook Mark 1 in 4 hours. Given I had just disassembled it, so I was like reassembling it in the same order I disassembled it. That was a fun stream. Very kind of produced. It was interesting. The first time I ever tried to make a build guide. Well, that's not including wiring, and a lot of people were upset with me because I never finished the wiring for that on stream. Oh well. So now we have a printer that rocks when we put it down. That's not too bad. So, Canrock, should I put the feet in now? Will that affect anything? If I have feet somewhere. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know where my feet are. I have some feet somewhere. And are these the big round amplifier feet? Or something different, a smaller one? Yours is including wiring? Yeah. You could really kind of bang them out. Put them in. Alright. I gotta remember where they are. Gotta really think. Use all 2 brain cells. Where did I see them last? I had a bin, had some type of catch-all, and I had a bunch of those feet in there. But now that I need them, they're not going to be anywhere to be seen. Of course. How was it this one? Let's see. Might find them off stream. Print them in CPU. Yeah, you could. I do quite like the amplifier feet though. I feel like they work well. Trying to imagine bring some feet into existence. I had a couple of bins here, some stuff I've been in the process of organizing for many months now. Probably there. I'll find them later. But yeah, that's the feet for this. So we're gonna have the, I'll need to use the other style of inlet, and that'll snap into here. Like a standard Voron inlet that goes right in here, like that. The power supply mount. We summon pics. I gotta stop doing that. Scary. The power supply goes, I don't know. Maybe like that? I actually have no idea. Probably like that. Like that. Wow, there's really not much clearance there. Alright. How's it going, Pick Stitch? How are you doing? We're building a 3D printer. Cool colors, huh? Kind of red, white, and blue themed. Yeah, one of the original Rooks was this green color, and then I reprinted it in lime green, aka neon yellow. It's fun. It's fun to see what part, or as I work on a printer, I'll print off like a new color as like a new revision or like a new upgrade. So I have some printers that are like 20 colors because, you know, I'll do one color and then I'll swap out a new part and make another color. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, that looks really cool. I love those multicolor feet. I painted it in Bamboo Studio. And you can make a multicolor print with that on the A1 Mini very easily. Might have to space everything to clear the stepper driver. So just for the Z, right? Med, gantry, and rods next. Alright, I'm waiting on the rods. I was only able to find one of them, so whatever. Do you use Blender by any chance? Ooh, I don't. I think Kevin might a little bit, but no, I don't. I use Onshape. In fact, I can show you. Where is it? YouTube. I can show you. Oh, the steppers might hit the PSU. Gotcha. All right, I'll have to see. Yeah, Kevin's like an intro to Blender. Actually, a couple things. I might need to. I think this will be super easy, but I've taken the Moco Loco multicolor logo, so this thing right here, and I manually drafted it all in 2D. So I have a whole sketch of it that you can do whatever you want with. So what I've done was made it all like layer swap compatible, so you can swap it with different layers. What I'd like to do is make this all flat like a coaster. And it should be pretty easy to do. Actually, very easy to do. All I would need to do is, actually I can just copy this, duplicate, is instead of all of these extrudes, I can just go in and extrude each color by 2.6 or whatever the distance is. Extrude each color as a new object. So I can do, this is 2.6 as a new object, and then, you know, go down, and that way I can just pick them in Bamboo Studio. And is it 2.6, Kevin, for a coaster? I don't know what you do. And then color them up. I think those are both separate. Maybe it puts them in as one model. But pretty easy to work with and kind of make some simple designs. And this is kind of what Shirtle does. You can't export STLs multi-part and split and slicer. Yes you can. It's a nice height, yeah. 2.6. Oh, this one and that both go together. Okay. Screwed that and that. Oh, that one too. 2.6. I love Onshape because it has a history. I can go back to this extrude and say, oh, I forgot that one, and then click that. It's by far my favorite CAD software, and it's free, with the downside that your models are technically public if people can find them. The black right here needs that, that, and that. And then finally we have the white. Oops, 2.6. So this isn't a coaster quite yet because there's no circle. But oh, this one right here. but I think that's it. So then you can just highlight everything and export as a Moco logo like that. It makes Moco logo.stl. I can go into my into the slicer. This is a spider I printed. I'll have to show you that next time. My kid stole it immediately. And then just import it as an STL. Missing holes. Ooh. Why is it, what the heck? Why is it shifted? Oh, it's just bigger on the outside. So the holes, oh yeah. Wait, what? That's kind of weird. That should not be like that. Export as step. Yeah, you can do that too. But it does work with... Is that supposed to be black? What's the logo look like? So that's white, and there's black in there. So that's like that. But it was doing something weird. Oh, this is also white. No, I think that's in there. What you can do is highlight everything and hit Boolean, and that'll make it a single object. And you can just make sure everything's good. So this right here, is that a hole? Yeah, that black part's a hole. You can roll it back one step to undo the Boolean. And go back to the extrude where I did the blacks, and then click that one as well. There we go. Should be good. Does that work? I think so. I think so. And this should probably be white as well anyway. So like the center should just be white. Call it a day. So right click and export. Yeah, you can export as an STL, 3MF, Moco logo v2. Now we're in version 2. Delete that. Try again. But I'll show you something cool. Now we have our logo, but for some reason it's oh, it's because I had it highlighted. Okay. Yeah, when you have it highlighted, it shows it. It's weird. Like highlights it. When it's highlighted, it highlights it. So right now it's one object, but I can hit right click, and because I exported a bunch of different parts at once, I can now split to parts. Not to objects, but split to parts. And now I can add in a bunch of colors. I think like 9 colors. So if I look at here, we have red, orange, yellow, green, teal, blue, and purple. So I can do white, black. I can do red, orange, green, blue, or teal, blue, purple. Is it only 8 colors? Is it 8 colors? I thought it was 9 for some reason. Everything easier. I mean, this is just as easy. It's the same file from what I can see. But yeah, you can remix and do stuff with set files easier. Definitely agreed. I think we just need this. So now I have all these random things. You can actually name, I don't know why this is a tutorial for Onshape now, but you can name all these parts. I could rename this one black, and I can rename this one, you know, that's also black. So all the parts that are black, I can name them black, and then I can name that orange, whatever. So inside of the slicer, you can easily identify them. But for now, you can guess. Oh yeah, this one is this one's the O. Let's open up this over here. The O is. Why is that all one color? It should not be. Did I make them properly? I might not have. Let's see if I added these as new extrude instead of add to existing. Okay, I messed up. I hit add. So new extrude. Yeah, you gotta hit the add button. Add. Merge with all. Thought I did that for some of them. Add. 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 This one needs to be add. Merge with all. Merge with all. Add. Merge with all. And then add. Merge with all. Okay. That should be better. Why is there one part? What I do here? What? Oh, new. I meant, sorry, new. Not add. I'm going crazy. New. So some of them were accidentally added. New makes a new part. Yeah. So that they should be all separate parts. So I can just isolate one of these. Yeah, okay, that works. Now I can re-export this. Moco logo v3. Go back to the slicer. Delete this, re-import it. But this is just one way of making it like a coaster or a thing using, you know, from CAD. But this is something that I already had as like a multicolor model or a multi-step model. So you can just take the same thing and kind of do the whole same thing with it. Yeah, now these in each individual files. Let me see which one this is. So yeah, now we can go in and paint them properly. So each individual object is its own object, if that makes sense. Oops. So at this point, you just take your reference file, and I like to just click a button and see. So that's supposed to be teal. So that's teal. Next one is this one. That is also teal. And let's go in and paint it. Actually, I think I like this as a coaster. It's kind of simple. Nothing too crazy. But it's still kind of like a coaster. But it adds a little bit more texture than a standard like round coaster. Maybe this next generation of coasters is not round, like custom shaped coasters. Oh, we missed yellow, so it is 9. I knew we were missing a color. So unfortunately, it would be kind of difficult to print. There are ways around that, and you can actually design it to swap to a color after a certain point. I've been kicked out of the Cool Coaster Club. What do you mean kicked out? Kicked out? I should be kicked in. I'm making a new style. That's red. Ooh, the black. So the black is 2. See, we're getting there. I don't like how this is here. There you go. Just get out of the way. This one is black. It's like a little bit of black. Oh, that's supposed to be white. That's supposed to be white. 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 Purple. Black. So it would be nice if each color was its own separate object. I don't know if that's possible. I really don't. Because each one is its own, you know, like I wish all like groups of objects. All right, Maka, have a good night. First rule of coasters. Oh, okay. We don't talk about the coaster club. Gotcha. Gotcha. Definitely don't check out the custom coaster channel on the Plotmaker Discord. Don't check it out. Don't do it. And just like that, we are almost there. What is this object here? Missed one. Whoops. This one? Oh, no, I don't want to rename it. No, not that one. Not that one. Where is this one right here? Should be an object right here. That's, is it this right here? Is the whole thing? Oh God. Interesting. Must be one of these. Oh, there it is. So what's this one? Okay, that's what's right. Perfect. Yeah, just like that, we have a flat multicolor print. Now, unfortunately, I think this is 8 colors. Or not, it's all 9 colors, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to print. But what you could do is make this whole white section lower, and then you could swap out the white to another color after the fact, and then just say that this red is white, and then swap it out, something like that. On-shape can't do what you're thinking of. Yeah, gotcha. Like, I just want to combine like these two because they're both, you know, they're both the same thing. Be cool. How would you guys make this an 8 color print? Because 8 colors is perfect. Use OBJs to bring in colors automatically. Oh yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, I don't have colors set up in Onshape, but I probably could. So what you'd want to do though is you don't want to print the top surface like this. You would actually want the bottom of the O needs to be teal. Oh yeah, this right here. I see that. I see it. Not that one. I'm just kind of guessing and checking. Not that one. No, not there. There it is. Thank you. Perfect. Is this a max color for a certain machine or any printer? So bamboos have an AMS unit, right? So this right here is an AMS, and they come in multiples of 4. For the A1 and A1 mini, like this, the max colors you can do is 4. But for the full size X1, P1, etc., with these big AMS units, you can do 4, 8, 12, or 16 color by adding on multiple. So this supports up to 16 colors with up to 4 of these units. So That's kind of the unfortunate thing. Sometimes, you know, you have you'd want to print. Okay, very rarely, very rarely would you ever want to print in like 9 colors. Like this is definitely an exception, right? Get another AMS. I know I could just take the AMS, hook it up for like 1 print if I really wanted to. But what I was saying is the cool thing to do would be to rotate this. Ready? 180 degrees. Oh, it's actually color the whole way through. It's cool. You can rotate it 180 degrees. So now the first layer is going to be the top layer. So this is called face down printing. And this is how we get the, you know, really nice maker chip look. Like this right here. This is a first layer on a print. Looks like I have a little bit of a defect in there. I have some more of them. Not all the maker chips are perfect. Here's one that's pretty good. So yeah, this is a complete smooth first layer print. Gives a character, I know, right? So yeah, that's kind of what the effect would look like. Otherwise, you have this. It's not as clean. It still looks fine, but it's not as like smooth when you do multicolor on a top surface like that. It's flat, but it's not as smooth as this. So cool, I got that out of the way. I've been needing to do that. Oh, maybe I'll print that for, well, if I can, print it for Rocky Mountain. But the issue is, you know, 9 colors. And you can't just really take out a color. It doesn't work like that. If it's 9 colors, it's 9 colors. Ironing. Ironing, yeah, you wouldn't want to use ironing for, definitely don't use ironing for these. It's perfectly fine with this. It's great. It's great. Don't bother with ironing. But I really like the 4-color AMS Light. It's definitely technologically superior than the original AMS units. It works just better. Let's see if I have that spider up here. I was hoping to find a print. I just did. It was actually just for my kid. He requested a spider, but it came out so good. I took some pictures of it. I'll put them on my Discord. Iron looks great in the bamboo. Yeah, it does. But not for like a QR code. And I do want to leave this cracked. I don't like enclosing the bamboo. I know it has an exhaust fan, but if you can help it, just leave the front door open. I think that's where we'll stop for here. I'm waiting on a couple parts. We gotta do the Z assembly, so I'm waiting on my 2 rods. That'll go on like this. It'll go up and down on bearings. Pretty simple. But I need to get the rods in, and then I have to make sure I have everything printed. I should have most stuff printed, but I'm probably missing a few random parts. So I'll get those printed. Any other last minute questions before we head out? Got a few more minutes. Remember, on Saturday we'll be on Pick Stitch stream if all goes well. I don't know if I'm going to continue streaming on here after. Like I said, I might just hang out in my Discord or something like that. Yeah, lots of stuff to do to plan for Murph. Mostly just getting the few projects finished. I'm gonna get that Ferris wheel completed, this printer completed, and now the FDM4s. So 3 major projects, as well as bringing some of the same prints and getting that set up. Got your linear rails today, so work on the 12 changer. We'll start again. Are you doing a 12 tool changer? You apologize ahead for the dummy. It will most definitely be. Hey, you know what? That's fine. So I'm just happy that more people are getting involved in 3D printing, because once you start to like understand that, oh my god, I can make like anything, right? Everything on here you can make. Maybe not you specifically, because you'll be sort of size limited, but most stuff on here you can make. If you see something you like, you can make it. Or if you have an idea, if you want to print like your, a phone case, right? This is all just 3D printed. You can do it. So, yeah, and this is just what's like popular now. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of free models to download. And K2 Kevin apparently made some stuff specifically. Like, look at this, little flexi cats. You can print this. Actually, I'm gonna like this. That's a cute one. Little mini flexi cat. "16 steppers. Oh god, 2 boards. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, there's many things. In fact, it is overwhelming. You have Maker World. There's Printables that has hundreds of thousands of free good models, right? Lots and lots of good stuff. Like the print in place flexible fabric. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Ooh, it's a new style. Fixels. Print in place expandable fabric. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. It's kind of like the NASA fabric, except it's double-sided, and it uses little ball joints to swivel. They snap together, so you can do whatever you want with it. That's really cool. I haven't seen that yet. Very cool. Wow, that's gonna be a pain to put together. Yeah, one file. I'm sure you just print them off individually. I don't know if you can print them all together, like in a grid. Maybe you can. But cool. Yeah, just like there's infinite possibilities, and that's just random kind of cool models. If you have a need, if you need to store a lot of little things, you can print an organizer. If you need to hold up a phone and you need a bracket, you can print it, right? It's a complete mindset change. It's not just like having a 3D printer. It's like, hey, I can solve problems now that I never thought about before. It's kind of deep, but kind of what it's like. Or you can just print cool flexi dragons, because that's what most people do. This was printed on the Mini. Just a 2-color model, that's all. Very simple. Nice and long. Side note, I'm really liking these Saber 3D dragons. Very easy to print. They're not sharp, at least this one's not too sharp. So it's kind of, I wouldn't give it to like a 2-year-old, but kind of kid-friendly. And pre-painted. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot to know. I'm gonna have to make a list, like some notes. Because a lot of the stuff that I've learned from 3D printing, I'm just kind of, it's up here. Maybe I've been wanting to make some kind of how-to guides on certain things. That might be a good idea to start posting on Patreon, just to list all the things and have them in a spot, or put them on a blog, my website, just somewhere, anywhere. Just random stuff people can reference in the future. Heard the new toaster handles for someone. Took 10 minutes to model and 30 minutes to print. Yeah, I made some custom, they're like weird inserts for the end of a what is it, melamine drawer. They're very strange, but they're essentially a slot, so it's a little thing you press in, and I bottled it and made it at someone's house. Idler Towers rounds. Yes, we'll get to it. We're done with this for today, but off stream, the next step would be we're gonna get this installed. Look at this, easy, you can do this now. It goes like this. Get that in there, that in there. Look, we're flying through. Get the motor mounts in. These ones I can't hold up. The motor's now on the inside, that's kind of cool. Just like that, put the gantry in. So we'll get the whole gantry put together. Looks more like oh wow, look at that. That's cool. I like it a lot. Cool printer. But that's all for today. I'll put together some notes for Saturday. Pixie, if you have any questions, am I friends with you on Discord yet? I have no idea. But just message me. Other than that, let's find someone to raid out into. Yeah, I don't know if some people don't use Discord. Liz made like 10 groups. I have lots of things for the Ferris wheel printed. It's everywhere. Let's see. We're just gonna raid into Maker Deck tonight. Remember, you can lurk at Maker Deck and watch the printers print. We get lots of people planning for Murph and just printing cool things. Yeah, Pix, I'll probably have you install the software, and I'll send you a profile to use for the slicer. Pretty simple. Not too complicated, but you'll have to make a Bamboo account and stuff like that ahead of time. If you're gonna do that, it's just go in the group chat, we'll help you out. But a couple things you could do ahead of time just to save some time. Oh man. Oh man. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Lots of stuff to prepare for. I'm excited for Saturday. Excited for next week. Thank you to Polymaker for supporting this with this stuff right here, filament. Make sure to download the brand new files for Screwfinity Large. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, and goodbye. And thank you to everyone who donated and all that stuff today. Very appreciated, as always. Can never thank you enough.